Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a review on the Wet n Wild holiday brush set that they released this year. Now I wanted to get it out today, and this video might seem a little bit all over the place, but that's because I wanted to get this out today because this brush sale is half off this week. So normally it retails for $30, but this week it only retails for $15 when you use your Walgreens card at Walgreen. So I did want to just get this out there for you guys really quickly. Oh geez, powder just flew all out of that brush. So I have been using these brushes for about 5 days at this point, and in that time I feel like I've gotten a really good handle on what I think about this set. Alright guys, so let's first talk about the face brushes. So this set is predominantly made up of face brushes. About 7 out of the 10 brushes are face brushes. Of course you can use brushes wherever you want them, but I think these are a little bit large to use on your eyes. So here are all the face brushes. You get a really nice gigantic fluffy powder brush. You get kind of more of a flat kabuki brush, a fan brush, which is beautiful for applying highlighter with. You get a more fluffy highlight brush. It's more like a tapered highlighting brush. This one also works really nicely for like kind of a soft contour. I used it for that yesterday. You get a concealer brush, and then you also get, what is this even called? Like a contour brush. I use this to kind of clean up my blush and my bronzer, and then you get kind of this tapered blending brush. So I really do like most of the face brushes in here. I feel like this one, I already have one of these in my collection, and I feel like one is more than enough. I probably didn't need to keep this brush. I should have passed it along to a friend. I actually probably will end up passing it along to a friend. But this is the only one that I felt was kind of unnecessary. Well, maybe and the concealer brush a little bit, just because I really prefer to kind of blend in concealer with my sponge or with my finger. But maybe I'll use this like on my eyes or something. Otherwise, I think all these brushes are really, really nice. This has become my new favorite powder brush. I love how much surface area it covers on my face. It's absolutely wonderful. And then this brush is really nice for kind of buffing out foundation. I used it with the Makeup Revolution stick foundation. That's what I have on today. I kind of buffed it out a little bit and then pressed it in a little more with my sponge. But yeah, I think all these face brushes are really, really nice. I did do a quick little demo with the face brushes. It is different makeup than I'm wearing today, and different from like the eye one, because I did the eye one today. But here is the demo with the face brushes. Alright guys, I'm just going to go in with my Clinique Chubby Stick Highlighter, and I'm just kind of applying this to the high points of my face. And then I'm going to buff it in with that flat top kabuki brush. This brush is really soft and did a really nice job of kind of buffing this into my skin. And then next I'm going to go in with my Pixie Correcting Concentrate and Brightening Peach, and I'm just going to take that concealer brush and kind of swirl it around in there and grab a little bit and apply it under my eyes. To be honest, I really prefer applying this with my fingers, but I did just kind of want to show you this brush in action, and it did get the job done. Next I'm going in with my Essence All About Matte Setting Powder on a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to set my face. I did skip foundation because I didn't use any of these brushes in here, so if you guys see missing steps, I just skipped it because I didn't have a brush for it. And this did a really nice job of really quickly setting my whole face. Then I'm going to go in with my butter bronzer, and I'm just taking that same big fluffy brush. I don't really love this brush in this capacity because I feel like it didn't apply enough bronzer. It was just applying it in a really sheer way, so I don't especially love that brush for bronzer. Next I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. contour kit in that cool toned shade, and I'm just taking that little tapered highlighting brush because I did want to use it. And I'm just kind of carving out the hollows of my cheeks and kind of around my temples a little bit just to sculpt the face a little bit, and I found that it performed really well in this way. Next I'm going to go in with the Laura Geller Bounce and Brighten Blush in that blush brush right there, and I really love this like brush and product combo. I feel like because this blush is a little bit more glowy, using a denser brush when applying it really does give my skin a bit more glow, and it still gives me that really nice kind of soft color payoff. Next I'm going in with the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Kit and the fan brush, and I am just applying the highlighter to the high points of my face with the fan brush. This applies the product really, really beautifully. Next I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder and that kind of contour brush, and just really cleaning up my blush and my bronzer because I did feel like it did get a little bit too low. Then I'm just blending that out with that big old fluffy brush, and that did a really nice job of just blending that product out. Now let's talk a little bit about the eye brushes. This is where I feel like the kit kind of fell short. So there are only 3 brushes or eye brushes in this kit. One is called, of course, the tapered blending brush right here. This one is the fluffy blending brush according to the packaging. And then this is just the regular shader brush. So I feel like these brushes are kind of a weird cut for me compared to what I'm used to in my collection. The shader brush is fine. I wish it was maybe a bit like skinnier just to be a little bit more precise, but it's a shader brush, it's fine. This brush is also just, it's okay. It's really not my favorite. It's more of like an outer corner, outer crease brush for me than kind of like a fluff it all the way through my crease. My favorite brush to do that is the Morphe M433, and here's just kind of a side-by-side comparison for you guys between those. As you can see, this one's a bit longer and a little bit more fluffy, and I think that makes a huge difference when you're blending things into the crease. And then finally, the fluffy eye blending brush. This one, it's a bit flimsy for how I like to use my fluffy brushes. I feel like I use this more directly in my crease than to really buff products out. My favorite fluffy blending brush is again from Morphe. It's the M533. And you guys can tell the fluffy difference between those two. And the Morphe one is just like, there's more bristles to it, and it just does a better job of really like going in there and blending out the product. Just out of those brushes, I feel like you can really only create pretty simple eye looks with this kit, which if that's what you're looking for, that's great. Go ahead, go buy it. But if you're looking for really precise blending brushes, or just eye brushes in general, this kit is not going to be that for you. I also really feel like to complete a look, it didn't quite give me all the brushes that I wanted. I really do like to have kind of a flat, what is this called? A flat liner brush to kind of either push color up against my lower lash line or to line my upper lash line. And then I also like to have something that's a bit fluffier to kind of blend out my lower lash line. As you guys can see today in the demo that I'm going to show in a second, I used this brush and it just deposited a lot of color and things got really smoky really fast. I normally like to do my lower lash line with this brush from Coastal Scents. It's their BRBSO2 brush. Here's just a little size comparison side by side. So as you can see, this one is much more fluffy and it just gives a much smokier effect, which is not what I go for every single day. But yeah, so I will insert the demo of me using the eye brushes right here. So now we're hopping into the eyes, and I'm taking my Milani Pure Passions palette in the shade Truth or Bare with that fluffy brush and just kind of blending this over my eyelid to set my primer down a little bit. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Always Pink of Me with that same fluffy brush and just kind of work this into my crease and build it up a bit as a transition shade. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Spice It Up, and I'm just going to take that on that little kind of crease brush and kind of build this up in my outer corner. The shadow is a little more pigmented than I thought, but I'm just kind of buffing it on my outer corner and a bit into my outer crease just to kind of build up some depth for this look. And then I'm going to go in with the fluffy brush, once again with no additional product on it, just to blend those out a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Pink Sand, and I'm going to take that on the shader brush and wet my brush, and then I'm just going to take that straight onto the eyelid. This is a bit bigger than what I usually prefer for shader brushes, but it does apply the product nicely. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Late Date, just that crease brush again, and I'm focusing this more concentratedly in my outer corner and in a very small area because I really didn't want this to kind of be blown out. Then once again, just going in with the fluffy brush for some light blending. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Totally Fallen of You. Once again on the crease brush, I did clean it off a bit, and I'm just buffing this under my lower lash line to give myself a little bit of definition under there. Then I did go in and blend it out with the fluffy brush. Next, I'm going in with my Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Kit. I'm sorry, this is out of focus. And that shader brush, and I'm just applying that to my brow bone and as well as my inner corner. Overall, I would say for $15, go ahead, buy this kit. But past this week, I don't think I would pay $30 for this kit. There are 10 brushes in it, so when it's $15, each brush is like $125 each. They're really affordable. I think these are definitely worth it. Their handles, they feel a bit cheap. They're plastic, but they're nice in your hands. They're not like difficult to use or anything, but I don't think they're worth $30. And like I said before, don't buy this kit for precise eye brushes. These are just more kind of general everyday brushes, but if you're just looking for an everyday brush kit, I think this is definitely workable. And I think this could work, like if you didn't have any brushes and you were going to go out and buy this kit, I think it could work for that, but for me personally, for my own makeup applying preferences, it's not exactly everything that I need. But I do think this is a good kit. The brushes are soft. They do also come clean really nicely. I washed them about 2 days ago and I didn't have any issues with staining. They all came clean really nicely and they're still super duper soft after washing them. So that's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you don't want to miss out on any more new videos from me. And let me know in the comments below if you guys picked up this brush set this week or if you're planning to. So again, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!